Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Monster Train. This time on Monster Train, we will be playing as the Umbra. The secondary clan will be the Melting. Umbra Melting is the only combination with the Umbra that we have not won, at least once, with a Divine Victory. And last time we played this combination, we played as the Exiled Champion. So this time we will be playing as the Penumbra, the normal champion for the Umbra. And if I'm doing that, would I rather have some dregs or primitive mold? Primitive mold cannot get back the, what are they called? The morsel units. The drag is kind of nice. I think I'm going to start out with the dregs. So we're going to do Umbra Melting, no Exiled. And this is our first run on Covenant rank 21, where major bosses are harder. So I need to focus on my ability to defeat bosses a little bit more, perhaps. Alright, let's go. We start out with Space Prism, 2 of those. I kind of like that. The Umbra Melting are probably the clan combination that cares about space the most, so having 2 Space Prisms is kind of nice. Wicklash is excellent. Also pretty nice with the burnout units that we started with, the dregs. And Cannibalize. Cannibalize can be amazing. We just have to have a consistent source of morsel units to make that amazing. So I think we have a pretty good set of starting cards here. Let's look at our bosses. Empowering Offense, enemy units enter with Rage 2. Talos gains armor on Slay. Not the best, but not the worst. Fell the Wings of Light. Scourge cards, that could be bad. And Seraph the Chaste. Seraph will remove buff and debuff effect stacks. None of the things that we're looking at here are buff or debuff effect stacks. I think that we might be fine with the things that we're going up against. Alright, let's look at our starting deck. We've got the dregs. We've got Cannibalize. Cannibalize, you can kill any friendly unit, so we can actually sacrifice the dregs to get morsels. And we might actually do that. We've got the Shade Splitters, the 2 Space Prisms, and unfortunately 4 Train Stewards. Really dislike those Train Stewards. Luckily, we can also sacrifice those. So I think we're going to go with opening artifacts before our champion upgrade again. And this artifact first. Alright, we've got some good ones to choose from here. So Hell's Banners gives us a lot of Ember, especially because it works with morsel units. So that could just give us 3 Ember every turn, perhaps. And then Shade Lamp gives us a very consistent source of morsel units. And Resin Block works really well if we bring units back, which we currently don't. So Resin Block will not be what we choose, even though it's quite good. Do we want Hell's Banners or Shade Lamp? They're both actually really nice. Let's go with Hell's Banners. Alright, next artifact. Our friendly units could enter with Lifesteal 2, that's not too bad. At the start of battle, draw until you have 10 cards. That's pretty good with Hell's Banners, because we could do a lot on the first turn. Let's do that. Alright, now for our champion upgrade. We could do Monstrous. I don't think that I enjoyed my Monstrous that much, because we really needed the space. We do have 2 Space Prisms here. We could go down Monstrous. I'm interested to try it. But, ooh, the space requirement is painful for Monstrous. Whereas Glutton is pretty much always good. Lifesteal 2 gorge a whole bunch. We're going to have a somewhat consistent source of morsel units due to Cannibalize and their Shade Splitters. I think I'm going to have to choose Glutton, even though it is kind of repeating things that we've done before. I just don't think Monstrous is great unless we can really guarantee the space, and if we're not focused on morsel units. So Glutton it is. And let's go into the first battle. Alright, Mark of Invasion, we turn those on. I'm very happy to put my champion on the top 4 too. We don't have a great deck for the Mark of Invasion, honestly, but I think we should be fine. So we can do a ton of things, it's just that we don't have a ton of space. I think we should make more space on the top floor, actually. So let's do that. More space on the top floor. We're going to just stack up the top floor. Let's play a Shade Splitter and play a Morsel unit. So that Morsel unit is the one that has Ember Drain, and we're going to fix that problem. We're not going to get that Ember Drain because it is going to be eaten. We could also cannibalize that particular morsel, but I don't think I care too much about that. We could cannibalize the Train Steward. That's not bad. Do I like my Train Stewards more than I like my Dregs, is the question. I don't know. Let's open the other Shade Splitter. A Rubble Morsel. Okay. So Rubble Morsel goes here. We're going to cannibalize somebody, but I don't know who. I would love to play lots of morsels at the top. And I do actually want to be able to defeat those clergymen. So we do need to sacrifice one of these morsels. Probably this one is the least important to us, because with the lifesteal we don't really care about the damage shield that much. So let's cannibalize that one. Cannibalize you. Give us different morsels. The Magma Morsel is nice because it can kill one of those. We got another Morsel Jeweler. Okay. I'm thinking about putting a Dreg up here. Yeah, let's put a Dreg up here. Whoops. Don't put it down there. Put the Dreg up here. So let's put a Dreg up here and give that Dreg the Wicklash. Now, floor 2. I think that something is going to die on floor 2 pretty easily. That could be an Ant Umbra Morsel to block a little bit. Let's see here. If we put an Ant Umbra Morsel right here, that means that two of those are used to destroy that one morsel. And then we could put a Train Steward here. Oh, right. We only have 4 space. Ugh, the 4 space from Covenant rank 20 is painful. Alright, well, the Train Steward is going here, and we're putting something in front of it. Either the Morsel Jeweler or the Dreg. Both of them just die. So how much do I care about a Dreg versus a Morsel Jeweler? Probably care about the Dreg more, so let's put this in front. Alright, so we kill one, the Train Steward survives, and maybe we can have it survive again next turn. I'm not going to put this Dreg at the bottom, even though I could. I considered it. Alright, unfortunately the Collector. The Collector will not be killed this time, because it's way too far in the back. Let's do a Shade Splitter first. Shade Splitter gave us a morsel, a rubble morsel. Not the best. We can Wicklash you again. I think we should do that. And I do kind of want to kill this one. In order to kill that one, I have to put another dreg up here, which I guess I'm willing to do. And this one did get the Ember Drain, which is great because we eat that one. And then a Train Steward here actually does not save this Train Steward. Not that we're not going to do that. Let's play our Train Stewards, let them die. So the main problem at the top is that we're not killing all of these clergymen. We're killing a lot of them, but we're not killing all of them. And we ran out of space. We do have a Space Prism right there, so we'll have more space next turn. But I would really like to play the Morsel units up there. I guess we could put 2 Train Stewards at the bottom. That's one thing that we could do. We could try to play something here that survives. Let's put a drag up here. Unfortunately, this drag will give us Ember Drain. And then, question. Is there any way for a Train Steward to survive on this floor? If we played both Train Stewards... If we played a Train Steward in the front, it could take this clergyman, that clergyman, and one of the attacks from that one. And then we can't really fit enough other things. Alright, well, we won't worry about that. We'll put these at the bottom then. And play one of the Rubble Morsels. Okay, so we killed all of them that time, but next turn is the problem. We're taking some damage on our champion, and we're not killing them all, which is a problem in both respects. We could kill them all if I was willing to use 2 dregs. Let's see what's in these first. 2 Rubble Morsels. Not the best. Also, those all die currently. Alright, I think we are going to play the 2 dregs. So 2 dregs up here, and then the Rubble Morsels, if we put them in front, would that save anybody? So you're dealing 5, and then you're dealing 5, and that kills this one. Yeah, so if we play 1 Rubble Morsel, we end up taking out 1 clergyman. And we'll play the other Rubble Morsel here because I don't really want it in the deck. Alright, so far we have not taken any damage from the Mark of Invasion, but we're kind of not doing so well at the top, as you can see. Our next turn does have Shade Splitters and Cannibalize. Wish we had the Cannibalize this turn. Alright, well, let's figure out what we're doing this turn. Unfortunately, we drew 2 Deadweights. That hurts. And, yeah. Okay, maybe I should have played that Wicklash instead of this Rubble Morsel. Alright. We might be taking some damage in the first battle here. I just have to put some things in front of the Penumbra, really. And we can do that, because we can play both Shade Splitters, play the Rubble Morsel, and then sacrifice it. Alright, what can we put in front? The Ant Umbra Morsel is great to put in the front. So let's put him in the front. The Wicklash definitely goes on you, and then we're already winning. So, great, we win. At the end of the day, we took no damage, we completed the trial, and we had no chance to defeat the collector. So Immortal Trade. Immortal Trade could be very good. Mind Collapse. Mind Collapse I like too. And the Umbra Assault gives us more morsel units. I do like the more morsel units, but we might have plenty of morsel units as it is. Although this is a direct damage spell, and that's always nice. I'm tempted to choose Immortal Trade because that would be very good on our champion. But the 2 direct damage spells are also very nice. Let's do the Immortal Trade. The fact that we have Hell's Banners really reduces the downside of the Immortal Trade. Molded or Memento Mori? Ooh, okay. What are we thinking here? I think before we choose Memento Mori, we should choose Molded. And Molded is not great yet. It's not amazing yet. Maybe before we choose Molded, we choose Molten Encasement. Alright, let's choose Molten Encasement therefore. Yeah, I guess we are. We're going to be desperate for space. Okay, can we go to the Merchant of Magic usefully? Cannibalize, Shade Splitters, Space Prisms. None of these deal damage, so there's Surge Stones and Power Stones that do nothing. So I think we want to go to the right. And let's look here first. Divine Temple. Divine Temple has a Value Stone, which is not very necessary right now. And a Seek Stone. Seek Stone we might want to put on a Space Prism, because we want that as early as possible. We will consider that. Merchant of Steel has a Frenzy Stone. I like my Frenzy Stones. We don't have anything to put the Frenzy Stone on, but maybe one of these. The Crucible Warden could get a Frenzy Stone. The Shadow Eater is not as good for that. Not for a Frenzy Stone. Do I choose the Shadow Eater anyway? Because I want the Gorge ability. And we've done some crazy things with the Crucible Warden. We have not done crazy things with the Shadow Eater yet. I want to choose it, so I will. It may not be the right choice, but I wanted to choose it. So there we go. So Frenzy Stone really doesn't hit anything that we care about. I'm turning down a Frenzy Stone for perhaps the first time. But we do want a Heartstone. We want a Heartstone on the Shadow Eater. That is a definite. Heartstone on Shadow Eater. Do we want a Strength Stone anywhere? We could put it on the Shadow Eater. I don't know if we want that on the Shadow Eater or not. We could re-roll, but I'd rather purge a Train Steward. Let's purge a Train Steward. And then there's kind of no point to re-roll. So a Strength Stone. Are we keeping all of our dregs? Probably. So if we're keeping all of our dregs, we might as well put a Strength Stone on one of them. And I'm holding out for something else for the Shadow Eater. Alright. And we did not take the Frenzy Stone. One of the first times I did not take a Frenzy Stone. I think we will take the Seek Stone and put that on Space Prism. Alright, let's move on. Second battle. Last Night of the Disciples. Do we want Retribution? It doesn't hurt. It really hurts the dregs, I guess. Hurts the dregs kind of a lot. It does not really hurt the Shadow Eater, which is kind of nice. Let's do it. We draw 10 cards at the first turn. Alright. We did draw the Shadow Eater, that's great. So we're going to put the Shadow Eater at the bottom. And I think that we also want to Space Prison the bottom. And let's play a Shade Splitter. And we got a Morsel Jeweler, actually kind of nice. Oh, you've got Sweep. Never mind, kind of not nice. The Sweep here is really bad for us. Alright, well, I guess we're going to set the Penumbra up at the top floor, so we're going to put the Morsel Jeweler there, and the Penumbra there. And then let's play the other Shade Splitter and hope for an Antumbra Morsel. There we go. We actually got exactly what I wanted. Great, so that kills the Reconciler, and does 10 damage there, and gives you 6 more health. All good things. This Dreg... The Dregs are kind of just bad, honestly. And the Train Stewards are also kind of just bad. Do I want to put a Train Steward at the bottom? I do want to put 2 Train Stewards here. And they can slowly die. I can't afford a Train Steward at the bottom. Do I want to throw my Dregs away right now? I think I'm happy to throw this Dreg away. So we're going to throw this Dreg away. Oh, we got the Collector this time. That's excellent. The Molten Encasement is not amazing. The Wicklash is... You know, we could Wicklash the Train Steward. The fact that we did not get a Morsel unit is the most upsetting thing here. I guess what we do is we play a Wicklash here, so that this Train Steward goes away. And we play a Molten Encasement at the bottom. And we play a Dreg here just to get rid of it, because the Dregs are very useless in this particular battle. We could even play another Dreg. Let's play another Dreg. Get rid of those Dregs. We still have a fair amount of damage to deal to a lot of these, and we got a Sinner's Burden. We did get another Space Prism. You are going to be pretty bad against a boss. You're supposed to be good at everything else, and you kind of weren't this time, but you're going to be terrible against the boss. Alright, first things first. Let's cannibalize one of the Train Stewards that are doing nothing. That gives us some morsels. The Magma Morsel is particularly bad at the top, because you just kill it immediately. I'm trying to think about how we don't take too much damage from this, and the Pyre is going to take 7 damage from this one, as it stands. The only way to change that is to do 16 more damage to this creature. And I'm struggling to think about how that could happen. Struggling to think about how that could happen. Alright, let's add a couple of Magma Morsels down here. Sinner's Burden we just purge, of course. We could Wicklash you, but that seems like a bad plan. We could Wicklash you, which also seems like a bad plan. I guess we could put an Antumbra Morsel up here, which does not cause you to survive. I think we add the Antumbra Morsel up here. And then the Morsel Jeweler goes down here. And then where are we adding more space? I think we're adding more space to the top. And then this Wicklash does nothing. So we're taking 7 damage from this one. And then it looks like we're going to take more damage in the future turn too. Because this creature down here at the bottom is probably not going to beat the boss. Although putting one Shade Splitter out there will kill all of the Reconcilers, which is quite nice. So we should probably do that. Magma Morsel. Magma Morsel is really bad at the top. It's not bad at the bottom. Alright. Dealing 190 damage? Wow. You're a lot better than I thought you were. Maybe we can win this turn. Hold on. Let's think about that. Can we win this turn and therefore none of them make it to the top? So the Mortal Excavator will give you more attack value. That's nice. And we're winning this turn. Alright. Well then. We just don't defeat half of the enemies that went up. But we still win. Honestly didn't expect this giant creature at the bottom to win. But I guess Magma Morsels kind of did it. Alright, we could get Crucible Extension to have even more addition of space. Or Prismal Dust. Prismal Dust might be rather good in this one, because we might have extra Ember a lot due to Hell's Banners. I don't think the Perils of Production does much of anything yet. Let's take a Prismal Dust. And do I want another Wicklash? I kind of do, because lots of Wicklashes are good together. The Remnant Host isn't too bad either. The Mortal Entrapment is kind of a way to deal with bosses. I think I mostly want the Wicklash. Let's take another Wicklash. If we have enough Wicklashes, we can just Wicklash the same monster repeatedly. I don't think I have anything I want to duplicate. Not really. We could duplicate the Space Prism to have even another Space Prism. It's not the most terrible idea. The 20 Pyre health is definitely something. We are probably going to go to that. No, we're probably going to go this way next time because of the 2 removes, which is quite nice. So we could go to the right and remove or duplicate the Space Prism, which is pretty interesting to me. The left has a Merchant of Steel, but we don't have a ton of things that we care to do at Merchants of Steel right now. And 20 Pyre health is nice and all, but we should make our deck stronger. So let's go to the right. I'm not going to duplicate that yet. We are going to take an Umbra unit before we go to the Concealed Caverns. So we could have another Shadow Eater. Alright. Interesting. Or we could take the Crucible Warden. The Crucible Warden might actually be good to sacrifice to our Shadow Eater. Huh. Let's take a Crucible Warden. It's also pretty decent to have before we sacrifice it. Okay, let's go to the Concealed Caverns next. What do we have? We have a Train Graveyard. Okay, Heartstone, Blood for Blood, or Petrified Heart. Unfortunately, we already rely on the ability to heal, so the large shard is not good for us, because we already have a unit that really depends on healing, the Shadow Eater. Unfortunate. The medium shard is whatever. the small shard we could get. Yeah, let's take the small shard, add even another heartstone to you. And then let's get this. Divine Horde. Sketches of Salvation. Seems pretty bad with the type of deck that we have. We've got tons of small units. The Conscription Notice isn't terrible. I might do that. The Vapor Funnel is okay. Let's do Conscription Notice. It could be amazing. And let's duplicate our Space Prism. Alright. We will at least have lots of space. So, I guess we don't really want to be at the bottom. I mean, he's got tons of health. He could go at the bottom anyway. Let's put stuff at the bottom. So, Space Prism and Space Prism. Those definitely happen. We could even do another Space Prism at the bottom, which is interesting, but, you know, maybe not the best. We do want you at the bottom. It's unfortunate that we don't get to kill any of these right now. We could instead put the Crucible Warden at the bottom or the Penumbra at the bottom. The Penumbra, we could put the Molten Encasement in front of it. But we really want the Shadow Eater at the bottom, honestly. So Shadow Eater goes at the bottom. You have lots of space. Let's put some more space on the middle floor. We're going to put the Crucible Warden on the middle floor. And we're going to put the Penumbra on the top floor. So every floor has a Gorge ability, and at least 2 spaces to put morsels. We also got the Rail Beater. The Rail Beater could go at the bottom. We definitely have a space for it. And the Molten Encasement could go at the bottom. Alright, do we want to put a drag at the bottom or somewhere else? One drag at the bottom? The other thing we could do is throw away a Train Steward. I don't mind throwing away a Train Steward. Let's put the drag here. And it will burn out. And let's throw away a Train Steward. Alright, we need morsels this turn. Oh, we got morsels this turn. We in fact got 5. Our entire hand is the same card. Alright, we have to decide where to put these. I kind of like the Morsel Excavator. Let's see here. You kind of like the Morsel Excavator at the top. The Rubble Morsel can go anywhere, so let's put it at the bottom. And then the other 3 Shade Splitters. Why are you dying? Oh, because these are stealthed. Oh. Morsels at the bottom are pointless this turn. Sad. Because of the stealth. The stealth is actually hurting our units down there a little bit. Where do we want these morsels? I think the damage shield definitely goes on you. You're going to get lots of damage shield. And then for attack value, the bottom is not possible, so let's do that at the top. We can only do 1 at the top, so we'll also do 1 here. Alright, you are dying, which we do not want. We do not want that. We can put a train steward in front to make it so that you don't just die. We did not get any morsels this turn. We've gotten a very weird draw order this particular time. I kind of want the drag with a whole bunch of whiplashes on it on one of these floors, and I can't decide which one. Let's do the train steward here so that it can soak damage. Let's see here. You hit, then you kill, and then we lose 2 damage shield. Can't fit another train steward to do more there. We could sacrifice a train steward at the bottom, but we would just be sacrificing it because the 8 sweep would kill it. And the fact that you have 8 sweep makes me want to put this drag at the top. So this drag is going at the top and getting a whole bunch of whiplash. And then this train steward gets sacrificed at the bottom. Goodbye, train steward. Okay, what do we do this turn? I honestly have a hard time knowing what to do this turn. At least you've got a whole bunch of health. I think we should play drags. Perhaps at the bottom. You are going to get the whiplash, but let's play the drags first. So drags... Yeah, let's put 2 drags at the bottom. That will kill a lot of the things going up. And then we can play the whiplash on you. And then we definitely play Immortal Trade on you. And then we play Prismal Dust on you. So, get tons of damage shield. Alright. This has been a very weird battle. But we're not losing in any respect. It's just been weird. So we can cannibalize this turn. I was planning to cannibalize one of those, since they're burning out anyway. If I don't cannibalize one of those, I could play the Shade Splitter first, and play this drag. I think we want to cannibalize one of those. So cannibalize one of those. That gives us three morsels. And we're going to play one of them here, definitely. We are going to play this one here. And now we've got more Ember, so we can do more things. I think that we do a Shade Splitter. Get another morsel. Let's see here. Morsel Excavator I want to put up here, but we can't. So let's put it here. You getting some lifesteal would actually be quite nice. And then the other Ant Umbra morsel could go here. And then, shall we Immortal Trade our champion again? I think we should. If he has lots of lifesteal, he probably just wins. And then, the question is, do I want to throw this drag away or not? Next turn, we will have no Ember. So next turn is going to be a complete wash. Yeah, I guess we just click end turn, and we see what happens next turn. So we defeated all of those, and we still have 48 health on our main one down there. So, no Ember, we can do nothing. We're doing 260 damage to the boss this turn. Next turn, we only get 1 Ember. The Ember Drain is real bad. So with 1 Ember, what do we do? Probably Whiplash you. We could add another damage shield to you, but I don't think that's worth it. Let's make it so that the top one wins next turn. So Whiplash right here, and then we win at the top. I think we very easily win at the top. Great. So far so good, but our deck is weird. Remove all burnout and debuff effects from a unit. That's interesting. Remnant Pact applies Endless to a friendly unit, which is also interesting. I don't think we want Wretch. I'm not sure, but I don't think we want it. So do we want Wickless Recruitment or Remnant Pact? Wickless Recruitment or Remnant Pact? If we made something endless, what would we make endless? The Molten Encasement. We would make the Molten Encasement endless? Alright. Let's take Remnant Pact. I do really think that the Morsel Maker could basically solve this problem that we have. We can get consistent morsels at the bottom with the Morsel Maker. Let's take it. Okay, what do we want here? Fel's Remorse does something. Light of Seraph definitely does help. Herzl's Compound always helps. I think the Herzl's Compound helps with the Hell's Banners a lot. So I will take that. Alright, I think we need to remove 2 cards from the deck, more than anything else. So let's go to the right. Let's take this Remnant unit, which I want the Bounty Stalker, but can we actually do anything with it? Not really. Not with our current deck. Paraffin Enforcer probably isn't great for the current deck. I really want the Bounty Stalker to work, though. We could apply Endless to it. Oh, we can apply Endless to it. I've got to take it. I've got to take it. I want that card to work. Alright. The summon +2 on this floor is pretty nice. The extra Gorge ability is amazing. I think we've got to choose Glutton 2. The Glutton 2 is just so much better than Glutton 1. Remove 2 cards. Remove 2 Train Stewards, I think. There's a good amount of cards that I'd be happy to lose, though. So, hard to choose. So, Stackstone could go on Wicklash, I guess. It heads Burnout 4. Not really what we're looking for. Surgestone can't go on anything at all. Emberstone. I think we Emberstone a Shade Splitter, so that we have a more consistent amount of morsel units even when we have Ember Drain. And let's reroll. Keepstone. We could have that Shade Splitter gain Holdover. Cannibalize is not bad to have Holdover, especially with the Morsel Maker in our deck. Would we rather have Cannibalize or Shade Splitter have Holdover? Probably Cannibalize. And now I want to make that cost 0 as well. And we have exactly enough to purge a card. I'm going to purge a card. And we're going to purge the last Train Steward. Alright, we have a deck. Let's say that we have a deck. And move on. Alright, Spikes 4. I really want the random artifact, but can we afford Spikes 4? We rely so much on morsel units. I don't think we can. Okay, we got the Shadow Eater. Putting the Shadow Eater at the bottom, of course. We are going to add some space to the bottom. I think that we want... the Bounty Stalker to be... where? I don't know where we want the Bounty Stalker. We want it to die multiple times, but we want it to die multiple times after we draw a Remnant Pact. I think that we place the Penumbra at the top, but let's see what's in the Shade Splitter first. A Rubble Morsel. Perfectly happy to put that down here. So, Penumbra. Penumbra, we put that at the top. And the Penumbra, we do want to have more space. Ooh. Unfortunately, we're going to get the Ember Drain. We got Animus of Speed, which has Quick. That's nice. We're going to put that at the bottom. And for that reason, we're going to use a Space Prism at the bottom. I think we also want to use a Space Prism in the center. And then, where do we want our dregs? I kind of want this dreg up here. But maybe not. Maybe we put this dreg here. And then... the Bounty Stalker? I don't even know. Alright, Bounty Stalker, you're going to get a drag in front of you, maybe? Let's find out what we're doing with you next turn. These dregs are doing basically nothing for me. Do we want to sacrifice a dreg? Sure. One dreg gets sacrificed. We'll keep the other one for now. Ah, the Morsel Maker. Morsel Maker is perfect. We want that either at the top or the bottom. Both of those make a lot of sense. We want to put something in front of you, probably. So that you don't die this turn. Unless we just let you die, which is also a possibility. I want him to die multiple times, but maybe we just allow him to die once this round. Who do we cannibalize? And why do you have so much attack? Why do you have so much attack? Did we play a Wicklash last turn? Does this one have a Strength Stone in it? I don't know. Anyway, let's play a Shade Splitter. The Rubble Morsel. I think we can sacrifice the Rubble Morsel. So let's play a Rubble Morsel here, so that we get the Ember Drain right then. And then let's sacrifice it. Alright, Morsel Excavator, Magma Morsel, Morsel Jeweler. I kind of like a Magma Morsel at the bottom. Let's put a Magma Morsel at the bottom. Magma Morsel at the bottom. And then a Morsel Excavator at the bottom. And then the Morsel Maker at the bottom. There we go. The bottom is going to be amazing. I think we let you die because there's a good chance we are unable to have you die in the future. And then we could Whiplash you. I guess we shall. And then Morsel Jeweler and Immortal Trade on you. Okay, I think this is going to go very well. I think we are going to do very well this battle. We do want to kill you. And we need to deal 1 more damage to kill you. 1 more. Well, play a Shade Splitter. That's a Rebel Morsel. Okay. Play a Rebel Morsel up there. Let's cannibalize this one because it's just killing itself anyway. We got 2 more Magma Morsels out of that. Alright. Well, a Magma Morsel at the top does kill this one, so that's good. I can play 1 morsel at the bottom. Oh. In that case, let's do this one. And then a Morsel Excavator here. We'll play another Shade Splitter, put the Rebel Morsel there, so you get some damage shield. I don't really care to play Remnant Pact on anybody, I don't think. Not currently. So let's just play Prismal Dust on you. And I think we've already won this battle. I think we could play no more cards and still win. Not that I'm going to do that. Ooh. So many of them made it to that floor. That's unfortunate. Well, let's Whiplash. Let's be careful not to Whiplash too much before we play Cannibalize. We could Cannibalize a Rebel Morsel. Don't mind cannibalizing Rebel Morsels, but we could just cannibalize this Dreg as well, because I think Morsels are probably more valuable to us than Dregs. So let's play this Dreg and cannibalize it. Now then, a couple of Magma Morsels in the center would be bad, because they would die from the spikes there. So the Magma Morsels are going at the top. And then we're going to put the other morsels in the center. Okay, how are we going to deal with those 2 in the back there? Because they're getting to our pyre currently, and I do not like that. Well, we have Shade Splitters. Shade Splitter, Shade Splitter. You are dying to him right now. Can we do anything else at the top? We could actually Whiplash a Morsel. That's an interesting option. I think we care the least about the Rebel Morsel right now. So I'm going to play the Rebel Morsel and then sacrifice it. Okay, so what if... Can we kill you with a Morsel unit? Only if we play Molten Encasement first, right? Because the Molten Encasement would die from this one, and then we would have Stealth in our units. Sure. So, we play a Molten Encasement. And then we play a Morsel unit that has attack value behind it. So now we kill the front 2, and there's no way for us to kill the back one, so it's going to deal damage to the pyre, unfortunately. But that was the best I could think of, is what we just saw there. The one I care least about playing is the Umbra Morsel here, because we're going for damage shield. And then you get the Alright, 11 damage to our pyre. It hurts that we're taking somewhat consistent damage to our pyre, but we're already winning here. How about that? So, end turn and win. We're doing well against bosses and not great against the things before bosses. So we need to take cards that can help us before the bosses. Excavation Eruption. Technically helps before bosses. It costs 3, which is potentially problematic, but I'm still going to take it. I think direct damage spells would help kind of a lot. Memento Mori might help. We don't have a ton of creatures that die, but I think Memento Mori might help. I don't think Memories of the Melted is something that we need. So let's take Memento Mori and try to make use of it. Alright, are we going right? If we go right, we get Pyre Health and an artifact, as well as a Merchant of Steel. What can we do with the Merchant of Steel? Not a ton, but we have a couple units that would be good to go to a Merchant of Steel for. Let's do that. So, Pyre Health is easy. Artifact. Ho-ho! Mask of Penumbra. I think the Mask of Penumbra is great. Alright, we draw an extra card every turn. Wonderful. Urzel's Compound and Mask of Penumbra both do that. I think that we're sacrificing at the Divine Temple, by the way. We could get a Frenzy Stone. The Frenzy Stone could go on Bounty Stalker. You know, Frenzy Stone on Bounty Stalker is not terrible. We kind of don't want Heartstone on Bounty Stalker, and we kind of do. It's weird. And Strength Stone... I mean, we could put it on that Dreg. So that Dreg did have a Strength Stone. I apparently completely forgot we put a Strength Stone on it. Let's do the Divine Temple first, because the Divine Temple, I really feel like the right thing to do is to sacrifice our Crucible Warden and put that on the Shadow Eater. So the Shadow Eater gets Damage Shield 5. Wait a minute, it didn't get a Gorge effect. Whoops. Wait a minute. I thought we were getting a Gorge effect there. If I X out of this, what happens? Okay. let's look. Plus 10 and plus 10 and Damage Shield 5. Oh, it doesn't get the Gorge. Well, that's not as fun. I think we still do it, though. So we still do this. Getting the extra 10 and 10 and the Damage Shield 5 is still fine. Alright, well, that was not necessarily the best. I don't think we want the Twin Stone. I mean, the Space Prism having a Twin Stone, it's kind of like just having another Space Prism in the deck, which is pretty nice. But do we want to spend all of those pack shards immediately? Not really. Let's hold off on spending more pack shards right now. And instead thinking about spending money. I kind of do want the Frenzy Stone on the Bounty Stalker. Let's do it. Frenzy Stone on Bounty Stalker, and that uses up all of our money. Let's go. You've got Stealth. Stealth is bad for us, but at the same time, our unit at the bottom is pretty good against stealth. I don't think we want the armor 15 though, because these silent marksmen having armor 15 could be bad. Could be bad. I want to turn it on anyway though. Let's turn it on anyway. We'll just try to deal with it. Alright. So, did we get... Ooh, we didn't get our main unit to put at the bottom. Oh, that's kind of weird. Alright. We could, of course, put the Penumbra at the bottom, but we really don't want to do that. We can cannibalize a Dreg. I think we do cannibalize our Dreg. How much space do we have in our hand? Alright, we definitely want to play a couple of Space Prisms. One at the bottom, definitely one at the top. Then we have space in our hands that we can play Dreg and cannibalize it. Okay, now we've got some morsels. The Bounty Stalker we could wait until later to play. The Morsel Maker we don't want to wait until later, but we might have to. We might have to. We did not draw a good opening hand with the 10 cards that we drew. I guess we get another chance to draw a card, because we draw a card when we play this morsel. We drew Immortal Trade. Okay. Not what I was going for. Maybe we should just set up at the top. Because we can do a ton of things at the top, right? We could play the Penumbra at the top. We get our Branded Warrior. Oh, I forgot about that. Branded Warrior is not exactly what we wanted. It has so little health, which is already a problem for us. Branded Warrior is just going to go there. He's going to die next turn. We want the Morsel Maker, I guess, at the top this time. And an Umbra Morsel. And then, do we want to give you an Umbra Morsel? It's kind of strange to do that. I do want to give you more lifesteal, even though it gives Ember Drain. And honestly, I don't know what else that I want to do. I guess we play our Bounty Stalker and put Prismal Dust on it. As weird as an action that is. I guess we'll even give it an Umbra Morsel. Alright. Bounty Stalker, we made it so that you don't die. Which is not what you do best. You're much better at dying. Oh no, we got the Crucible Warden, but we can't play it. We can play it because of Cannibalize. Right. Alright, we're fine. Cannibalize. Who do we want to cannibalize? We could cannibalize you. I think we might want to cannibalize the Shade Splitter, though. Or we could cannibalize the Molten Encasement. It's kind of made to be cannibalized. Right? Sure. Play the Molten Encasement. Cannibalize Molten Encasement. Okay, now we can play some Morsel units. We want to play ones at the bottom that do not have attack value. So we can play a couple of those. And then we play our Crucible Warden. There we go. Our bottom actually has something now. Good. Now, where do we put this one? Oh, we could put this one back here and it would kill the Collector. it did not kill the collector. Because they have stealth and you don't. Oh man. I've made that mistake a couple of times already. I should stop making that mistake. Alright. Well, as much as I would have liked to kill the collector, we didn't do it. I am happy to do that. And we don't have a place to play our good dreg. Because we have too many units that are not supposed to survive that are surviving. Okay, do we have something we want to cannibalize? We want to cannibalize this dreg. This dreg, we cannibalize. Ooh, probably shouldn't have done it where there's a harvest, though. Whoops. That was not what we wanted. I do want to play magma morsels down here, I think. Magma morsel, magma morsel. We can give you endless. It's a little bit late to do that. But I guess we still want to. And maybe we should Wicklash you. Because you've got multi-strike. Pretty interesting, we could do that. Let's give you another damage shield. Let's play this to give us a morsel. This morsel would be bad to play in the center because they have stealth. Remember, they have stealth. Okay, let's just Wicklash you. Oh, you still don't die? That's annoying. Well, you don't die. You don't die because... No, he only gave armor to himself. Never mind. Oh, we need to kill that one. He's got 1 health. And we didn't kill him. That's so sad. Oh, we can Space Prism at the top. Alright, if we Space Prism at the top, we can potentially cause this one to die. Potentially. How is that going to happen? I'm not sure. Maybe we're not going to do that. Maybe you're just going to deal damage to our pyre. I don't mind the Space Prism, though. Who do we cannibalize? I guess we cannibalize this dreg. We really don't care about dregs. Oh, I did it again where I put it on a floor that has a harvest unit. So I could put another magma morsel here. And that would mean he would take a little bit more damage. Instead of -1, it would be -7. That's not great. If we put the... No. Yeah, this is not great. But... you currently have 90. You're going to deal damage to the pyre, unfortunately. And I don't think there's anything I can do against that. So in the meantime, what do we want down here? I think we want another damage shield. We got another Shade Splitter, that's nice. We want you to have... we want our champion to have more health, I think. So let's put more health on the champion. And then... let's do stuff here. And I guess you get this one, because we don't have any space for other things. Oh man, that enemy had 1 health. And that was preventing us from killing this one, which is now going to deal us 18 damage. Ouch. Okay, what are we cannibalizing? Probably something we get out of these Shade Splitters. Could cannibalize a Rubble Morsel. Probably the best to cannibalize. Okay. We want you to have more attack. We want you to have We don't care about you having lifesteal, so you get the lifesteal. You are supposed to die, but you still have damage shield. I'm amazed you still have damage shield. And Umbra Morsel, and... do we want the Rubble Morsel or the Morsel Excavator? Probably the Rubble Morsel. Okay. Do we win at the bottom? I think we probably do. We do not win at the bottom. We don't even get past the stealth at the bottom. Very surprised by that. We could cannibalize you. Let's cannibalize you. It's probably a dumb idea. But we cannibalized him. Now, you kill him before he gets an attack in? That's annoying. 14 times 9? 14 times 9. Oh, we also have to add in the 10 that those are doing. Although if I play a couple of morsels, those die pretty fast. So we're going to play a couple of morsels. Which morsels do we care about most down here? The 14 damage times 9 should not kill you, except that these are dealing you multiple damage before that happens. You do heal up when you gorge. I think I want to give you an Ant-Umbra morsel. That's what I've decided out of that. The Bounty Stalker. Oh, it gets put on the top because it has Endless. Do we want to put the Bounty Stalker at the bottom? Kind of no. We want to put it on the next floor, but let's continue thinking about the bottom first. If you had lifesteal, that would help. And if you had a little bit more attack, it probably also helps. So we can do that a couple different ways. I think the Bounty Stalker goes here. I think that we give the Bounty Stalker a Magma Morsel. And we Whiplash it, maybe? But we Memento Mori here. Alright. We're doing a lot of damage, but also kind of not enough. But we are using all of the stealth. The stealth gets used up. Aha. The stealth got completely used up, which is kind of the biggest thing we wanted to achieve. So we can cannibalize you again, actually. Alright, let's cannibalize you again. Then we get morsel units, and the most amusing part about this is that we can play a morsel unit here, and that draws this guy so we can play him again. And then we win. Great. The Bounty Stalker Cannibalize Mask of Penumbra combo. That's the combo that we're playing toward. Void Binding. I don't think we want that. Ember Cache we do want. We definitely want Ember Cache. Let's play Ember Cache. Crushing Demise is not bad. It does achieve one of the problems that we have. It's just that we don't want to play it at the bottom floor or the top floor. We only want to play it in the center floor. I think we still take it. Okay, Merchant of Magic is not bad for us. The remove 2 is very helpful, though. Let's go remove 2. So, I guess we want to look at the Divine Temple first. We see a Twin Stone and a Seek Stone. And then we're going to look here. We see a large stone, which we could actually use on something? Maybe the Morsel Maker, weirdly? And then let's go to the Concealed Caverns, now that we know what we're dealing with elsewhere. Hey, 2 chests. Do we break off some of our pyre to get money? I mean, yes, but it hurts. It hurts real bad. I mean, maybe we don't. If we lose 25 pyre health, that could be very bad for us. If we lose 5 pyre health, that's not so bad. Right? Let's do a little bit. The smaller chest. Okay, that did not help me very much. With other decisions, I mean. Mostly what we want to remove from our deck are probably the dregs. The dregs that we have not upgraded. So let's remove those. They're not terrible because they're 0 cost units, and that's good for us. But still. Do we want this large stone? We could put it on the Morsel Maker. It's so weird on the Morsel Maker, but it's not terrible. I don't think I want it on the Bounty Stalker. Yeah, let's put it on the Morsel Maker. What a weird choice. And then we could Strength Stone our Bounty Stalker. Sure, Strength Stone the Bounty Stalker. And then we could Heartstone possibly the Morsel Maker, maybe this dreg, so that it survives spikes. Sure. We've got one good dreg. And then we leave. And I don't think we're taking either of these. I don't hate the Twin Stone, because it just gives us more space. But I think... So we're going to take 15 pack shards there. We've got another Divine Temple to work with. So do we want the Twin Stone more than whatever it is we're going to find in the next Divine Temple? Probably, yeah. Let's get the Twin Stone. And the Twin Stone is going on one of the intrinsic space prisms. So we just get one more space somewhere. Okay, let's go into Fell the Wings of Light. Fell the Wings of Light. Scourge cards. Ick. We don't like that. Now then, we did draw the Crucible Warden, the, what is he actually called? Shadow Eater. We didn't draw any morsels, but we did draw a Dreg and a Cannibalize. So we can make morsels. Alright. So let's start there. Let's play a Dreg. Play our Crucible Warder Shadow Eater. And then cannibalize this Dreg. Alright, now we get to play morsels. We want to play a Magma Morsel, definitely. We got Crushing Demise. I think I'd rather play the Morsel Eater, the Morsel Maker, and the Ultimate Penance rather than Crushing Demise. We actually ran out of Ember. So let's do those two things. We want to play another morsel at the top. first, though. I think the morsel we want at the top is Umbra morsel. So it gets the Ember Drain. Then we play Penumbra. We get a Nameless Siren, which is not bad. Not bad, I say. Space Prism up here so we can fit the Morsel Maker. Forgot about the other Space Prism. We'll have that in the deck, I guess. Do we want to do the Space Prism down here, or do it with the Nameless Siren? Because the incant value of the Nameless Siren is not nothing. I mean, I kind of want it down here, so we can fit lots of morsels later. Sure. You get that, and we could put a drag to help take out one of these Alabaster Guardians. Probably this one. So you're going to help take out an Alabaster Guardian for a little bit. Okay, as long as we can continue to get morsels, we'll be fine. And we will, because we always draw Cannibalize. Great. Now then, we want to do several things, but let's cannibalize first. We can actually cannibalize this dreg. That's what I would most like to cannibalize. Now, let's play this one. We got a Shade Splitter, that's nice. We'll play the Shade Splitter here, where we get the incant value. And then what? I think we want to play the Bounty Stalker, and we want to play it in front. But if we do that, then this one survives, which is not great. We could put the Bounty Stalker here. Maybe we should have cannibalized the Bounty Stalker. Maybe we'll do that next turn. So we really wanted one more space down here so that we could kill this one with the morsels that we gain. Let's do that. Alright, so the Bounty Stalker is going to go here. We're going to play Remnant Pact on the Bounty Stalker. That will make sure that that dies. We will play another morsel down here because no reason not to. There's no reason not to play Ember Cache, and we should do it where we have Incant. We should play the Memento Mori, I guess, down here. And then Morsel Jeweler can't fit at the top, it can fit in the center, so we will play it in the center. And then Immortal Trade. I do want you to have lots of lifesteal, and I guess you will, so 2 Ember Drain. I think we want Fell's Remorse, by the way, so we can handle our Ember Drain just a little bit more. Alright, we got Ultimate Penance. So I'm going to cannibalize you. So we make you die. We want to place at least 1 Magma Morsel at the bottom. Then we got our Bounty Stalker again. Do we want to put the Bounty Stalker in front where it dies? Probably. I would love to use this as a time to make our Bounty Stalker get really big and strong by dying lots of times. Oh right, he's got stealth. Okay, maybe not the best plan. He doesn't die. We wanted him to die and he didn't die. But anyway, that means that you can get some morsels. Yeah, I guess you get morsels. We can only hold 3 morsels. Let's be careful. We will just not play this Shadow Splitter, maybe? Or maybe we do because we're happy to play a morsel, so why not have a morsel in our deck? Fine. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They survived? I thought you were going to kill them with the cannibalize, like the morsel that we gave you. Okay, well, let's cannibalize you. And let's play a morsel at the bottom. Doesn't really matter which one. And then we play the bounty stalker here. So we can kill a couple things. Play the weight of contrition because we don't want that to happen. And then we can't play any morsels at the top. So I guess we play the morsel miners at the bottom. Sure. We can hold a morsel jeweler somewhere. Don't really care about the morsel jeweler in the center, but rubble morsel is fine. That dies? Where does that die from? Oh, the stealth. I forget about the stealth all the time. Always forget about the stealth. Okay, whatever. Let's whiplash you. That improves her, and it improves you. Oh, right. He didn't get to gorge at the bottom because I put the bounty stalker in front of him, and the bounty stalker didn't die. That's why that didn't work. I was confused. Let's put the space prism down here. I think this is where we want the space most. Let's cannibalize you again. And then play some morsels. And then the bounty stalker we will play here yet again. We will play the ultimate penance so that we don't take damage. You're taking some damage. I think we want to put molten encasement here. Yeah. So that you get some stealth. And then we want all of the morsels that we can fit down here. And Immortal Trade. We probably want that on our champion. Let's do it. Wicklash. Do we want Wicklash anywhere? Yeah, let's play it here so that she gets some benefits. That is a lot of morsels. Alright, to start off, we always cannibalize you. Then we can draw you in a couple different ways. Let's draw you like this. Play our Bounty Stalker, do lots of damage, and then we play lots of morsels at the bottom. We drew the deadweight. That's kind of good because we can't play much else, so why not draw the deadweight? Alright, we've got Shade Splitters that we could play. I guess there's no reason not to play one here. And play the Rebel Morsel here. Alright. And no reason not to play Wicklash on you. Should we play this other Shade Splitter? Sure. Even though we can't play the morsel that comes out of it. Hey, we got our space prism back. Did it really take that long for us to get that back? Alright, well we always start like this. Cannibalize you. Then we can play a morsel. And then we can play you again. You are dealing a whole bunch of damage to the boss, which is nice to see. Let's put a space prism. No reason to do a space prism at the top, so let's do one in the center. Ultimate Penance. Let's do a couple of morsels down here. We could actually play our dreg here now. Kinda like that. Because if we play our dreg, we will have something else to Wicklash here, which is good. And we can play our Umbra morsel. The Umbra morsel would affect you. Let's play it down here. And then Prismal Dust we just haven't played. We always have uses for our Ember. Alright. Our big beefy dude at the bottom does do a lot. Granted, 186 is all it's doing against this one. Well, let's cannibalize you. Get a bunch of morsels. Let's play a morsel. And then we should probably play you in the back, right? Yeah, let's play you in the back. Ho-ho, and we're winning. Great. Well, let's win. So we put our champion at the top. It took out some things on the way up, but mostly the champion was just waiting for a boss that would never come to it, because our other units had the chance. Oh, okay, we do not want Wretch. Do we want Sacrificial Resurrection just to consume like dead weights and other things in our hand? I don't think so. I think we want none of these. Okay, let's take the Fell's Remorse. I think we actually use our Ember, surprisingly. Now what do we want? The Pyre Health is fine. The Merchant of Trinkets is probably too expensive for us. So on the right there's the Concealed Caverns and 20 Pyre Health. On the left we get to remove 2 more cards. What would we remove at this point? We could remove a Shade Splitter. We could remove a Shade Splitter. Would we want to remove 2 Shade Splitters? I don't know. What would we duplicate? We could duplicate Cannibalize. Actually, kind of weird, but we could. We could duplicate Morsel Maker. That's not terrible. We could have a Morsel Maker at the bottom and the top. It takes up 2 space though, which is not great for the bottom. We could duplicate this Space Prism. Just have even more space. It's fine. I think we're gonna go right because of the Concealed Caverns. Let's see what's in the Concealed Caverns. It could be amazing. It is the Historian. We will take... Oh man. Apply Fragile and Multi-Strike 1 to a friendly unit. The Wildwood Tome, applying Quick, is not terrible at all. The Umberstone applying Trample is fine. You know, One-Horned Tome? One-Horned Tome is something that we could play on our Bounty Stalker. And we've never mastered this card? Sure. Why not? Why not? Him being fragile is so meaningless. So sure. We can afford none of these. We could remove a card. Divine Temple. There is a True Stone. The True Stone does work rather well on Excavation Eruption. The Twin Stone, we could do another Space Prism with a Twin Stone. I think we're going to do a True Stone on Excavation Eruption. Not that we've played that card yet, granted. I don't think we've played it even once. And finally, let's do Glutton 3. Because you're going to gorge constantly. So make it so that when you gorge, you get tons of stuff. Okay, Living Armor is... How bad is that for us? The Living Armor could be bad, right? Because how much damage do we deal each turn? Ooh, Living Armor could be painful for us. We are definitely not choosing Heaven's Seal. Not with the deck that we have. I think to defeat Living Armor, we have to rely on our Bounty Stalker. We have to put the Bounty Stalker behind our monstrous Shadow Eater at the very end. So that means we have to play... We have to have Endless on our Shadow Stalker. We cannot afford to not do that. We will probably play this one this turn. But I guess what we should do first is play a Shade Splitter. Play a Rubble Morsel at the top. We got Memento Mori, of all things. Okay. Well, this first turn is not great for us. Revenge, apply Frostbite 3 to enemy units. We could play that at the bottom. It could go in the front until it dies, and we wouldn't mind it dying too much. Man, this is a good turn to play Prismal Dust because we will have so much Ember, but it's also a bad turn because we don't have any units we want to play that on out. Okay, well, let's play our turn. So the Morsel Maker is going to go up here. We need to do a Space Prism first. And we probably want to do even another Space Prism at the top, right? Or no, because the Morsel Maker is going to take up the space. We want the rest of the space to be used at the bottom. So, let's do the Excavation Eruption. It did fine. It killed the most important one, I guess. I think we will put you down here to help start out this battle. And we're going to Space Prism a couple times. It's very unfortunate that we drew you so early. And Shade Splitters. Alright. Well, we'll give you a couple of morsels so that you last a little bit longer. Okay, not a promising start. Not a promising start at all. There's our Crucible Warden. We like to see that. We got our Bounty Stalker, but this is the worst time to get it, right? Because if we play it... I guess we could play it at the bottom. Behind the Crucible Warden. I guess we're going to sacrifice one of these morsels because we don't have anything else in our hand that we want to sacrifice. We can't sacrifice the Bounty Stalker until it has Endless. And we do absolutely want this one to be at the bottom. We're actually fine with that one dying. We want that one to die. So I think what we do is we play the Crucible Warden here. let that one die. We play Cannibalize on which one of these is most important for us to have. I guess when it gorges, it gets lots of attack. So we really want to focus on its health. So let's get rid of that one. Now then, we want to play this one at the bottom so that it's around when we need it, when we have the Endless spell. And then we want to play a Magma Morsel at the bottom, I guess. Magma Morsel at the bottom. We got a Shade Splitter. How meaningless, right? I guess we can play this one here because it has the 28 health due to the Heartstone. And if we play that, we could play the Shade Splitter. And play some morsels here too. Do we want... Actually, the lifesteal makes it so that this is actually nice to put all of these in the back. Okay, so you are going to make it to the top. I'm very sad about that, because there's no way with what we've drawn so far that you're not making it all the way to the top. The fact that you are only taking 19 damage is kind of a problem for me too, but at least both of those die, so, you know, whatever. We want you to have lots of lifesteal, so we will do this. Alright, this one has not started off well, but maybe we can come back from this poor start. So you don't even die. That's bad. One Horn's Tome we don't care about playing just yet. We want... Do we want you guys to be stealthed? Yeah, we want you guys to be stealthed. So Molten Encasement here. Sacrifice the Molten Encasement. Now then, we do want to play Ember Cache. We will get to play that. The main problem is you. You're going to deal damage to the Pyre, and I cannot stop it. You're burning out unless we play Wicklash. We're going to play Wicklash. We should give you damage shield and health. We don't care about this drag. This drag is one of the things we wish we didn't have in our deck. So, Wicklash you so that you stick around. We are perfectly fine having you die. And we want the Morsel Excavator here. And we want Ember Cache. Okay, well... Oh man, only 3 waves remaining. I don't feel like I've had time to set up. We're not doing well. At least we're destroying the bottom this time. Destroying the bottom this time is good. Okay, we could Crushing Demise in the center if we felt like that was necessary. The Space Prism. What should we do with Space Prism, if anything? I'm not sure. We're going to cannibalize this dreg, though. Cannibalize that dreg. You know, you're probably not a problem, because when we get to the top, the Morsel Maker will kill you. So you're probably not a problem. We just want to play things at the bottom. Including Space Prism, for that matter. So, Morsel Miner goes here. Wicklash goes on you. We're not going to play Crushing Demise because we don't need to. So, right. The fact that you are dying is because you guys have stealth. I don't actually want these at the bottom to have stealth, do I? Because that means that all those make it to the top. Right. That is a problem. Okay, Whiplash you. I guess playing morsels at the bottom is pointless. Oh man. Let's play the morsels here then. Next turn is going to be kind of unfortunate, I think. Oh no! We never made you big and strong. We never accomplished that. So you are not going to be great, and that was our main idea about how to defeat the boss, was have you be big and strong when the boss comes. That's highly unfortunate. Well, I guess there's a chance if we play this. Yep, never mind. You are currently dying because of all the multi-strike. All the multi-strike is bad. You have 1 damage shield. So we could put some morsel units in front of you to help you. I think we will. A magma morsel. So I guess we care the least about the morsel jeweler, I think. Well, let's see what the other morsel is. The rubble morsel, that's the one we care least about. Actually, we might care about it because of the immortal trade. Okay, we care least about that one. So, get rid of you. We will play some morsels here to save this guy. How many morsels do we have to play to save him, is the question. That makes it so that you are saved. And then I think we want to put another damage shield on you. And Whiplash you again, of course. We will Immortal Trade our champion again. So our champion has a chance against the boss if the boss gets that high, and it does kind of seem like it will. Alright. Don't feel great about this. Let's see how we do against the boss. How do we do against the boss? We're doing 610 damage against the boss currently. That's a little bit better than I was expecting. We can do better because we're going to kill this with a morsel. By playing a morsel at the bottom. We never got to the point where we could do anything with you. We never got to be able to sacrifice you. So I guess we play a Shade Splitter. We take this Morsel Jeweler and we cannibalize it. Well, let's play that first. Excavation Eruption, you know, that might be pretty good for us. Okay, 3 Umbra morsels. Sure. 3 Umbra morsels. Whatever. Alright, now we're doing a lot more damage. The Memento Mori does something. And then the Excavation Eruption killed that, which was probably good. Okay, so we're dealing a lot of damage to the boss, but the boss is also gaining a whole lot of attack value, which is quite bad for us, honestly. The real question is, how much attack does the boss have? Can he one-shot our champion? And it looks like the answer is no. So we might be fine. We might be fine. How about that? We could be fine. We also got a Prismal Dust, which means we could even potentially win on this floor. So, Shade Splitter first. Play the Rubble Morsel. Cannibalize said Rubble Morsel. Now then, I guess we do that and that. And we of course Wicklash. And we play Excavated Ember. Another Wicklash. And then we Prismal Dust you. And we win. Alright. Scary, but we made it through. We took 36 damage, though. That happened rather early. Kindle is only good if we draw it with our other X spell. Ember Cache is still good. Prism Retrieval. Draw a unit and apply +5 times attack and minus that much Ember. Draw a unit. You know? That might be good. Prism Retrieval might be good in this deck. I hesitate to say. Subsuming Blade, it's way too late for that. Wicked Blaze we don't want. Crushing Demise we have one. And I don't think we want another. Alright, we'll skip. What do we do? I think we need to go to the Merchant of Magic. So let's go to the right. We are certainly going to look at the Merchant of Trinkets. Advanced Prototype is useless. Jack Strips is a very small effect. Trader's Quill would be good on the very first turn because we consume several cards on the first turn. Oh, it actually is good with Ember Cache too. And Prismal Dust, and Remnant Pact, and Prism Retrieval, and One Horn's Tome. We have a lot of consume cards in our deck. Huh. Trader's Quill might be something we want to take. Let's look at the options in the Merchant of Magic. So Permafrost. Ooh, Permafrost is something we definitely want on Crushing Demise. Okay, can we afford both of those? We can. Okay, great. So, I think we put Permafrost on Crushing Demise. I think that's very important for us. And the next most important thing for us is finding out what this is. Shadowbox. Shadowbox does something. Guild Marker would have done something if I had clicked this before I started buying stuff. Let's take Shadowbox. We're definitely going to play that 20 morsels, no question. Trader's Quill, and we've got 40 more money to spend. So we could Power Stone the Excavation Eruption, or we could Emberstone something. I mean, as much as I want to Emberstone a Shade Splitter, I think we Power Stone the Excavation Eruption. Alright, well, that's our deck. We've got 31 cards. A lot of them consume, but I don't know that we've got a great deck. It's just an interesting deck. It works, but it kind of stumbles occasionally. That's not great. Ooh, we could play Prism Retrieval this turn. What if we played Prism Retrieval this turn? So for one thing, we could play We could play a Shade Splitter first. Okay, I'm thinking about this. We play Shade Splitter. That gives us a morsel. Now, before we get our Hell's Banners, Ember, we play Prism Retrieval, which, by the way, also deals damage. It deals 30 damage to something, which we should probably do here. Bam. We got a Dreg. Okay, of all the things that could have gotten, Dreg was not what we wanted. But it is what we got, so we're going to play the Dreg, just I don't know where. Now, we want to play our Rubble Morsel. Play our Rubble Morsel. It can go at the top, because we're going to eat it, I think. Well, we could cannibalize it. Let's play the Penumbra. And then think about what we're doing. So, Siren of the Sea, very interesting. We're going to incant so often, especially this turn. Okay, let's play the Siren of the Sea at the bottom. Ooh, but you deal 50 damage? Maybe we play the Siren of the Sea in the center? Oh no. I want to play the Siren of the Sea somewhere, but it just kind of dies, doesn't it? Because we can't protect it with enough things. So maybe we play it in the center. Now, we do want to play Bounty Stalker with the Remnant Pact. Let's do that. Oh, the Bounty Stalker already has 100? Wow, alright. That's great. We do want to play the Space Prisms. Like a lot of Space Prisms. We also want to cannibalize something. I think we want to cannibalize whatever comes out of this Shade Splitter. A Rubble Morsel. Okay, that's kind of the same as cannibalizing that Rubble Morsel, but whatever. We'll play this and cannibalize it. And then what? We never played the Ember Cache, which is unfortunate. Kind of wish we were able to. Let's play the Space Prisms. I feel like we need to play one at the top and one at the bottom. Let's do that. One at the bottom, one at the top. And we still have Space Prisms in the deck. Now, I don't think we want Damage Shield on you because you've got the Life Steal. So let's play the other two. Damage Shield could definitely go on you, though. And this Dreg. This Dreg goes here? Question mark. Okay, we did get our Morsel Maker this turn, and we got our Crucible Warden. So the Crucible Warden is going to sacrifice you, because we do really like to do that. The Crucible Warden is going to go down here. The fact that you have Sweep means that we don't get to play a Morsel unit down here this turn, which is unfortunate. Should have played the Crushing Demise before I played my Shadow Eater. Just thought of that. Sadly, I did not think of that soon enough. We are going to play a Morsel up here, one that gives Life Steal. And we're going to play the Morsel Maker here. Great. So the top is set up. Now for the center, play the Shade Splitter. We definitely want the Morsel Miner to be here. You're just dying, unfortunately. The Bounty Stalker can go at the bottom and kill you, which is quite nice. Let's do that. And then what? I guess we're going to lose a morsel at the bottom. Which morsel do we care the least about? Probably you. Rubble Morsel, we care the least about you. And then Antumbra Morsel goes here, and we Immortal Trade our champion so that he has lots of lifesteal. Okay. I think that we set up in this battle much faster than we set up in the last battle. So this battle is going much better. I feel so much more confident about this one. Now, we are going to cannibalize you. And then we get to play a morsel unit. We don't get to play morsel units at the top anymore. We'll play a magma morsel down here. We draw our bounty stalker. And then I think we play another morsel first. Let's play a morsel here to protect you. Now, we play Excavation Eruption. Most likely, this will hit at least one of those and give us some Ember back. Alright, it hit one of those, gave us some Ember back. We definitely play the Bounty Stalker, no question there. I want to play you with Wicklash. And then I want to play... I guess I want to give you lifesteal, right? Sure. You are not dying, but you're very close to dying. Do we play Shade Splitter here? I think we do. Mainly for the incant. Okay, step 1. We cannibalize our favorite guy to cannibalize. Step 2, we play a morsel. Ooh, the fact that you put a new one here is very bad for us. Might be a good turn to play Crushing Demise, actually. Let's play a morsel unit first. So, what do we care the least about you having? There. Okay. Let's play... Should we play another morsel unit and then do Crushing Demise? I kind of like that. We're certainly going to play the Space Prism here. We want more space on this floor. We do want more space on this floor, even though we're not going to use it this turn. So, do we play a morsel unit before we play Crushing Demise? Of course we do. Crushing Demise. It killed the front one, and it killed our incant unit. You know, that was the worst possible outcome of that. The worst possible outcome. But still, it's the outcome we got, so we're stuck with it. I am going to play another Shade Splitter. And let's play this. And our morsel units can't really go down here. I mean, they can, but they just die. So let's play a morsel unit here that we want. This one. And then we'll play a morsel unit down here and it will just die. Oh, the Morsel Blitz! Haha, the Shadow Box. Hey, that was nice. And now we could do Prismal Dust if we wanted. With only 2. Let's wait on it. Oh, the Shadow Box. Shadow Box was pretty nice there. I should pay attention to it in the next battle against the Last Divinity. Alright. So, the problem with the One-Horned Tome is that once I play it, I don't think it keeps the multi-strike. So we're gonna cannibalize this one last time, I guess? Unless we want to wait for the next time we get One-Horned Tome. I guess we do draw lots of cards. Okay, fine. We'll wait another cycle for One-Horned Tome. In that case, let's play the Morsel Miner. Let's play Bounty Stalker. And do we want to play the Molten Encasement or another Morsel? We could play the Molten Encasement here and play another Morsel down here. I like that. And then what? Just play 2 more Morsels and the Whiplash. 2 more Morsels. Oh, wait a minute. They're being added to you? That's the least important thing by far for them to be added to? Okay, well, oh well. That's how it goes. And we Whiplash you some more. So you stay alive. Alright, you've got Sweep, which makes it so that if we had put One-Horned Tome on you, I would have been very sad. So I'm glad we didn't. So, cannibalize you. Get some morsels. We want some damage shield morsels. Also, I just noticed that you're dying currently. Okay, we're gonna have to change that. The Bounty Stalker goes there. We can't change that unless we kill the front unit. Oh no, our guy's gonna die. I did not expect that to happen. That's bad for us. The Shadow Eater is going to die. Because we can't play morsels in front to protect him because of the sweep unit. So Shadow Eater dies this run. That's not good for us at all. At all, I say. Oh no. Anyway, Whiplash you. We want to Memento Mori down here so that you deal damage to this one too. And then Morsel units. Oh no, you've got damage shield. Okay, you know, I guess we're just gonna beef up our Molten Encasement for some reason. Alright, our bottom has died. It's the first time that has happened. Our bottom has died. And we have so much space at the bottom, and we can't really do anything with it. Oh well. We'll cannibalize you again, because cannibalizing you every turn is absolutely useful. Absolutely useful. What do we want for you? I guess we want some damage shield for you. Those 3 make it to the top. I guess they die at the top because we've got 3 units that attack at the top. Okay. We are definitely putting you at the bottom again. We ought to put Whiplash on this one, even though I kind of want to put it on the one at the bottom. And do we play any more morsels? Because playing a morsel doesn't do much right now. We could play them at the bottom, but what's the point? I guess, what's the reason not to? They just die. And then the Prismal Dust, we could put Prismal Dust on you, which I think might be important for the end. Alright, we're going to have to rely on our champion this time. Our champion, which does no longer has lifesteal. We don't really have the option to give it lifesteal anymore either. Oh well. We will certainly cannibalize you. We will Crushing Demise at the bottom. Please hit the front one. Of course it hit the back one. Alright. We don't care about space anywhere but the center, because we can't add enough space at the top to actually use it. Unless I start sacrificing a unit at the top instead of the one that I keep sacrificing. I don't know. I think the one we keep sacrificing is a good thing to sacrifice. I think we won't get a chance to sacrifice it anymore. Okay. Well, let's play a unit first. So what do we want you? We want you to have more damage shield. Most useful thing for you to have. Then we want to play you here. And you're actually gaining 15 health from this. Sad. We probably want to play Excavation Eruption here. Probably. We could play it at the top. We could play it at the bottom. It would not be the best thing to play at the bottom. Okay, let's play it. Both the top and the middle make a lot of sense. I'm going to play it in the middle. Now, we will add more space at the top because I realized the value in that. And then we will certainly play Immortal Trade on you because we really want you to have that lifesteal. And then we're just barely killing this one. So we're going to put lots of damage shield on you. Yeah, okay. Well, the Rubble Morsel does nothing, so we'll play it just so that it's not in our hand. Okay. Here is where things become problems. So we can play you. That's important. We should play you. I guess we start by playing this one. That means we're doing... Hey, we're doing half the health of the boss right now. That's actually great. Then at the top, we're going to cannibalize a unit. Or we can cannibalize this magma morsel. No, we want to cannibalize this magma morsel. And we could play another Ant Umbra morsel at the top. I think the Ant Umbra morsel is what we need the most at the top, so we're going to play that. We do get another Wicklash that we could do. You've got more damage shield than you have burnout, so let's add... Oh, but if we give you... Alright, let's play Excavated Ember first. Oh, we have One-Horn's Tome. I just realized that. Alright. Multi-strike 1. Haha. Now it does enormous amounts of damage. Okay, this Wicklash definitely helps you. So we're going to do that. And what else helps you? A Morsel Jeweler helps you. Haha, because you get one more damage shield. Oh, the damage shield doesn't do anything. Never mind. We're still dealing most of Seraph's health right now, which is enormous. Because that means I'm very confident we win. I also realized a cool thing we can do next turn. So the cool thing that we can do this turn, even though we don't need to do it, but I realize that we can sacrifice our Morsel Maker, which is no longer doing much, and we can put our Bounty Stalker in the back, which would be very useful if we weren't already winning. Alright, the Last Divinity. The main problem here is that we can't really use the top floor the same way we have been. We're gonna have to transition to the middle floor, which has always been a problem. We can add lots of space to that middle floor, and we will need it. Let's start out with some space prisms. Space prism, space prism. Let's add our Penumbra. We got an Icy Siliphyte. Oh man, that would be nice at the bottom, maybe? It would be nice at the bottom if it would survive at the bottom, which I think the current answer is it doesn't. But it would be nice. The Morsel Maker goes here. I do want the Immortal Trait on our champion. It feels weird to do it first turn. How are we going to take care of all of those? The Icy Siliphyte only has 20 health. So it dies because these two have 7 times 2 attack. I hope that you don't die. That's a real possibility and I'm scared. Maybe we put the Icy Siliphyte on this floor. I honestly don't know what to do. We should probably consume things at the bottom so that we kill one of those. We certainly want to play Ember Cache. Oh man. We can't consume enough at the bottom to kill one though. Are we just gonna set up in the middle floor right now? Oh no. This first set of monsters might destroy me. That's real bad. That's honestly really bad. Alright, well, we've got to deal with it. So the way I'm dealing with this is we're putting the Icy Siliphyte in front of our champion. Oh man, but then the champion doesn't get the +6 from the Magma Morsel. But that doesn't matter if it just dies to this. We're gonna have trouble. We're gonna have a lot of trouble. I'm questioning whether I want to play the Ember Cache down here. Okay, let's think about this. Icy Siliphyte. Icy Siliphyte survives 3, 6, 9. They're going to deal 10 damage next turn instead of 14. So the Icy Siliphyte would actually take most of the damage, except that the Last Divinity is going to hit it this turn. If we play it in front of our champion. Unless we give it Immortal Trade. Oh my gosh. This is not great. What do? We have to survive the first monsters. And I'm very worried about that. Putting a Magma Morsel in front of our Icy Siliphyte doesn't do anything down here. I think we should play the Icy Siliphyte here. and I think we should play the Magma Morsel here. We could put the Magma Morsel at the bottom. Doesn't do anything. Cannibalize. Well, we could cannibalize that Magma Morsel, have more choices. I think that's fine. Also guarantees that we have cannibalize next turn, which is kind of nice. So more choices ended up being pretty good because we got a Morsel Miner. It also means Memento Mori does 10 damage, but it also increases their attack value, which is quite bad. Let's Immortal Trade you. I don't like doing this, but I think we need the lifesteal right now, so that you potentially survive next turn. Oh my gosh. And we're going to play these solely so that they die, so that Memento Mori gets better the next time we see it. And then there's no reason not to Wicklash you, because you're going to get eaten. So we just do 10 damage against the boss. Okay, this has been a very bad start. A very bad start. Okay, currently our champion is dying. That is exactly what I did not want to see. Well, how extremely bad is that? That's pretty extremely bad, actually. Actually, that's really bad. The Crucible Warden can't go at the top. The Shadow Eater Crucible Warden. Oh man, are we already losing? We can play the Bounty Stalker and give it Endless, which is pretty nice. That's pretty nice. But the fact that we weren't able to take care of any of these first turn ended up being terrible. Because the 3, 6, 9, 19... 19 doesn't kill you, but then this one kills you. Does 5 damage there, and then 16 from the boss. It's so close. And there's nothing we can do to put something in front that has even more health, I don't think. Unless we get that dreg. We would have to get that dreg. Or if we got the Molten Encasement. Both are possible. And both of those could be gotten with Prism Retrieval. Potentially. Potentially. We could put Endless on our champion, but then we don't get to play it on the Bounty Stalker. And then I think we are still behind. Also, if we play any spells here, then it makes the math worse. Alright, well, we're going to play this. And we're going to play the Shade Splitter. I don't want to play the Shade Splitter there. I want to play it up here. Okay, we got a Rubble Morsel. We're going to play a Rubble Morsel here. And we got Crushing Demise. Crushing Demise doesn't really help us in the center. It would have to sacrifice one of the 2 morsels and kill one of those 2. So I think we're back to hoping for Prism Retrieval to work. And we have to play Prism Retrieval with 1 or less. We could play Crushing Demise down on this floor. We definitely play Cannibalize somewhere. Alright, we have to play the Crucible Warden, which we can't play at the bottom unless we cannibalize one of these. But if we cannibalize one of those, then we can't cannibalize the something here to potentially save this. Oh man, we are not in a good spot. Not in a good spot at all. Well, let's do this. Cannibalize you. Play you later, I guess. And then play the Prism Retrieval now. So it got this one, but now we can't put it on this floor. So it can't help us right now. Oh man, we're in a bad spot. Why are you not getting hurt? You have Spell Shield too. Oh, you're just healing, aren't you? Yeah, you're healing. So if we play another morsel down here, then you die. Alright. I don't know what to do with this dreg. Okay, we are doing very poorly. Very poorly. We lost our champion already. There's a good amount of stuff going up the pyre, which is also not good. Luckily, the Excavation Eruption could take care of a lot of things at the top. And the Crushing Demise can take care of one, although we might want to use it for one of those. Okay, well, we have to kind of depend on Bounty Stalker to do most of the work at this point. So, what are we cannibalizing? We're going to cannibalize whatever comes out of this, which we are going to play at the bottom. Play at the bottom. Rubble Morsel, we're going to cannibalize the Rubble Morsel. Alright, cannibalize Rubble Morsel. Oh man, we do nothing. Ick. The Excavation Eruption has to go up here. It did something. The Crushing Demise can also go up here. And then we could put the Bounty Stalker up there. We're going to sacrifice it next turn, so there's kind of no reason to play it at the bottom. Yeah, let's play it at the top. Alright, now then. What else do we want? We want the middle to be better, but I am not sure the best way to do that. We want to play a couple morsels at the bottom. And do we want you to have damage shield or life steal? Life steal and I guess damage shield. You can get a little bit more life. We're going to play this burnout unit up here. Maybe we'll put it in the front. And we're not going to Wicklash it. We could Wicklash you. But that doesn't do anything, does it? We could Wicklash you, but that would cause you to die from the spikes. Oh man. Alright, end turn. So we're taking damage very soon. If we play 6 more morsels... Ooh, 4 more morsels now. 4 more morsels. we get to do a big amount of damage. We can't play that many morsels easily. We can play 3. So next turn we're going to do a bunch of damage. Sacrifice you. Play morsels at the bottom. Ooh, we also got Space Prism to play at the bottom, that's good. Play that morsel. So now we've got the Bounty Stalker, which can take out you two. That's good. And doesn't die because only one of you has spikes. This is awful. Oh my gosh, look at all those plus 40s. I guess we could make that a lot smaller by playing Molten Encasement. And Molten Encasement would be potentially good for this floor in general. Oh, but you still get hit because of the spikes. So there's still a plus 40 because of the spikes. Play an Antumbra Morsel. I guess we want the Morsel Excavator and the Drag at the bottom. The Drag, we kind of want it to just burn out. But the best way to have it burn out is to put it at the bottom and have it burn out. And then, seems like the best time to use Prismal Dust. Sadly. Okay, well, you know, next turn at least we're doing a bunch of damage with morsels. That's one thing that we can say confidently. We're doing a bunch of damage with morsels. And I think it happens immediately. Yeah, because we get the 20th morsel from the Morsel Maker, right? Wait a minute. Oh, it already happened. It already happened? Oh no. It did not have much effect. Alright, well, we should do what we always do, which is cannibalize this one. And then play a morsel. We do want to play morsels at the bottom. And you having more damage shield is actually really nice. So let's play those morsels at the bottom. We want to play the Bounty Stalker, because it takes out 2 of these, but not the third. The third gets 10 armor and does damage against our pyre. Weight of Contrition can go away. We could play the Excavation Eruption at the top or the bottom. It doesn't seem like it has much effect in either place, unfortunately. Let's play it at the top. Ooh, it killed one. Actually, it was very good. It happened to hit one of them twice, which was unexpected. That was a very lucky result. Okay, we can't play any more morsels at the bottom right now, so let's play them all in the center. And I don't know if any of them will survive. Huh, some of them do survive. Okay. Well, it's something. We're at least getting through these waves, kind of. We're just not dealing much damage at all to the Last Divinity, because our champion's not there. Really depended on that champion doing a lot of damage to Last Divinity, as it turns out. So always cannibalize you. Now then, play a morsel. We want you to have lots of damage shield. And lifesteal for that matter. Let's do that one first. Oh no, the spikes. Wait a minute. Oh, the sweep. There's one with sweep down there. That's awful. But we have to do this here. Otherwise, I think we just die. So we do that there. Don't know what we're going to draw with our... We could draw Memento Mori, but the front one is not the one that's the problem. I don't know what these excavated embers would do for us. We can play this. I guess the excavated embers do 30 damage. But of the turns to play excavated embers, this does not seem like the turn. Unless we got crushing demise. I don't know. I guess we got this drag. This drag is not useless. Do I want to play it at the bottom? I kind of want to play it here. It dies. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Can we make it survive and give it damage shield? Okay. There we go. It's going to get 1 damage shield. And then I guess we should play the Shade Splitters and the Morsels, because if we play them, then our Memento Mori gets stronger. Oh, we've got a Vengeful Shard in the deck, too. Oh, this is not going well. As I'm sure is quite obvious, but... oh, this is not going well. Alright. We certainly cannibalize at the top. Cannibalize you. And then what? We have another sweep unit at the bottom. Another sweep unit at the bottom. Hate those sweep units. We could play Crushing Demise at the bottom to hope to hit that one. Our center looks absolutely awful. The top looks rather bad too. See, the Crushing Demise at the bottom is guaranteed to hit one of those two, but it might kill our Shadow Eater. And what do we do if we lose our Shadow Eater? I'm not sure. I feel the need to play this one at the top. It doesn't even kill that one. Let's play the Crushing Demise. Oh, it killed the one that was most important for it to kill. Alright. That's something. We got something. Next. I think we play Memento Mori here so that we kill this one. It does 270 damage. Maybe we do it on you, but you've got Spell Shield 3. They actually have Spell Shield 1, for that matter. So I guess we play it at the top, because there's no other useful place to play it. And then what? And any place that we play the morsels, they die before they get eaten. Yeah, all the places they die before they get eaten. So our morsels are doing nothing for us. And then this terrible set of monsters is making it to the top. All of them made it up. Okay, so you're dying because you have 20 health. 20 health is not enough. Although, are you dying by much? I guess the Last Divinity is hitting you. You're not dying by much. We could potentially save you, kind of maybe. Up here, even if we brought you back, the fact that the front one has 5 spikes makes it so that you just die at the top. Which makes it so that the top is going to make it. And there's nothing we can do about that. And that's very, very unfortunate. So what do we do? Will the top kill us? The fact that it has so much spikes is bad, but it only has spikes the first time, because it kills this one. But how much damage does this deal our pyre? It's so much damage. But we can't do anything about it, right? There's exactly nothing that we can do. So if we can't do anything, we should probably not worry about it. Okay, what can we do at the bottom? At the bottom, if we could stop 7 of the damage, that would mean you take 3, 6, 18 plus the 3. Huh, so if we could stop a couple of that, then it would be fine. How do we stop a couple damage? We'd have to play 2 morsels. Okay, so 2 morsels are going in front. 2 morsels in front, and then 1 morsel behind. So that you owe the spikes. Okay, well. And then I think what we do is we play the Bounty Stalker in the center. Bounty Stalker in the center so that it does a whole bunch of damage to you. And then what? We've got space to put morsels. We can put a morsel at the top. Kind of no problem doing that. It just dies. So this morsel just dies. This morsel does not die. And if we give you lifesteal, then maybe you'll stick around. Do we need to give you lifesteal, though? If we give you lifesteal, then you have 20 more health, which is not a lot more health, though. We could Wicklash you, too, and make it so that it's 30 more health. We could do the same to you. I think your time is done. So it's time for the Morsel Maker. So the Morsel Maker is getting lifesteal and Wicklash. And then the Shade Splitter will play here, but play the Rubble Morsel at the top. Okay, the question that I have is, do we even survive this turn? Because I don't know how much damage that does to our pyre, that top floor. It's going to be a lot. So, okay. Yep, the pyre dies. Alright, well, we got very far on that one. Really, if we had drawn our big beefy unit on the first turn on the Last Divinity, I think we would have been fine. So, it was a close one, but our deck relied far too much on the order that we drew our cards, and that's what killed us. In any event, we played 299 units, a new personal record, and we applied Fragile once, which is the most we've ever done. 1 Fragile. Alright, that's it for this time. Hopefully we win next time. We got really close. Since this was a loss, no new Divine Winds nor Mastered cards, and since this was my 40th run in Monster Train, and I have just shy of 200 Mastered cards, we can see that I average about 5 cards mastered every run so far. On the right, I am happy to announce that the Clipped Shaman becomes my 19th enemy for which I have registered 100 kills, where I stop counting. Goodbye, Clipped Shaman, you have been checked off my list. And then I am unfortunately featuring the Clergyman, one of the weakest enemies in the entire game, but they were responsible for this loss. The 2 that showed up in the first wave of the Last Divinity battle killed my champion. On the left, I am featuring Shadow Eater, which reaches my 10 battle threshold, and was essential for my deck. Drawing this damage-soaking monster first turn usually made the difference between an easy battle and a hard one. And of my Bounty Stalker Remnant Pact Cannibalize combo, I'm featuring Remnant Pact. which made the Bounty Stalker endless. This was my first time playing with this card. Also, I'd like to point out that I played with 2 cards for the first time, and 4 cards for the 10th battle this run. That means I am still experimenting and trying new things. For artifacts, the Lost Luggage reaches my 10 battle threshold, and was enormously important for the deck I put together, significantly shortening how many turns it took me to set up. Herzl's Compound becomes the 2nd artifact and first enhancement that I've used for 100 battles, where I stopped counting. I've since learned that the game doesn't consider enhancements to be artifacts, but I'm going to keep them in this category. Check out my tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.